For the show, the River City After Party, and we are adding a little bit of sparkle to today's episode. Today with me, I have Michelita Taylor, who is Miss Black Florida USA. Y'all know I love a tiara moment, so I took over this interview.
How you doing?
I am great. I'm so happy that you're here. I know that we're waiting on one more queen.
One
and
more queen.
She'll be with you
She's
shortly.
flying in.
It's live, and we know how this traffic is out here. Okay, the holidays are a little crazy days, but she's going to be joining us shortly. But
Yes,
until then,
she
you and I get to
is.
chat.
We get to chat. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm really happy to see you. I just got to see you at the tree lighting, and you have been
Yes.
popping up all over social media because we were just chatting. This is a very busy season for title holders in the best way because everybody wants you there.
Yeah, it is. And you know, the way that we maintain the balance is really making sure that it, as the best as we can, it aligns with our platform. And so my platform is Thrive After Baby, empowering women's emotional health and well-being postpartum. So I'm really about empowering moms, encouraging moms to just really continue to pursue their dreams. And during this particular time of year, to make sure they find some time for themselves because it's so difficult to do.
Yes, you would have loved our segment we had on the show today, Alexandria Smith from Mom Life Worship Life. She's all about making sure that everyone's taken care of, but that you are one of those people that is also taken care of.
It's so difficult to do that too.
And it's challenging because moms are all about making the magic. The parents are about making the magic for everyone else. And sometimes you feel like the elf that fell off the shelf, right?
Yes. You really do.
So in these seasons, especially with all of your objectives that you have to meet as a title holder, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, how do you create that balance and that space for yourself?
That's such a great question. So I do a lot of pausing moments when I feel like there's some anxiety that's building up because my to-do list is so long. I have to make sure I stop and say, okay, Michelita, take a beat, breathe. What needs to get done right now will get done. And so then I look at my list to see what the priorities are based upon time. And then I move forward in that direction. In addition to that, I make sure that my community, my tribe, my people, my babysitters are abreast to all the things that I need to get done. So that way the schedule's already in place and it's something that's pleasant for not only myself, but for my daughter as well.
Yeah. You know, yesterday when you're talking, we were talking to Leah of Skin by Leah and Leah Yon, and she's all about women in their motherhood, finding and thriving after 50. So, you know, similar conversations to what you're having. Many women, I feel like at a certain age, I know I feel it at 35, where they're just like, oh, like, you're so smart and you're so pretty and you're not married. And I'm like, well, I'll just go throw myself off a cliff because what's the point in living anyway?
Exactly.
And there is this kind of mentality that we're fighting tooth and nail, but you are making it a very poignant objective to say, here is exactly what your life can look like after you've had a child, after you are a certain age, and there's nothing that you have to give up. Like, don't put that on yourself.
You don't, and I there was a time where I didn't feel good about sharing my age, but I'm 46 and I have a 3-year-old.
I'd have it on a t-shirt. I'd be like, I made a human and I'm 46 and I look like this.
So a little bit of a unicorn, but I'm finding it to be more and more
are.
common for women in their 40s to say, life isn't over. I'm still going to go for it. And that's really my objective, is to make sure that our generation
Hi, Queen. Come on in.
There's my girl.
Hello.
Hey,
We love a grand
welcome,
entrance.
We were waiting for her. She made it. Like Jenna said, the traffic is a little bit crazy.
Yeah, so this is Miss Akira. We are excited to dive in and meet you as well, but I just wanted you to finish that up. And then as the youth enters the room, we can redirect the conversation.
But yeah, so we do have to be more intentional with our time, because life is happening for us and things are continuing to move. But it's not to say that it is over. Making sure, again, that we're letting people know what our objectives are, what our dreams are. You would be surprised at how many people would want to walk with you through that journey.
Yeah, and who, like you said, who want to support you. Now, when it comes to that message, when you do have a younger queen that is obviously working with you in a lot of these different activations that you have, how do you like channeling that message so that they're not growing up with that mentality of that we kind of had of that like expiration date of beauty and age, and really removing that for them?
And I think that's the beautiful thing about this organization that her and I were able to journey through together, the Miss Black Florida USA organization. There are 3 tiers of title holders for this. areas. So there's the Miss Florida Teen, which is our winner right here from Duval County. There's the Miss MISS, that's ages 18 to 30, and then the Ms/Mrs., which is 30 to 45. And so I believe that they really recognize the three different areas and generations of time to let people know that at each age and stage of your life, it isn't over. Your impact is still tangible and something that you can do for your community and to model for your family and those coming up from behind you.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of point to be made about creating an intentional life and an intentional legacy throughout the different queens that are serving. And like you said, you want to make sure that even though it's the holiday season, of course, everyone wants a queen at their party, their activation, their parade, their nonprofit, but you want to make sure that it's aligning with your individual platform. So Akira, obviously we're so happy that you're here. We got to chat a little bit about your platform, but Akira, can you share with us your mission behind running?
Yes, so my platform is Akira's HDHL. It stands for happiness, dreams, hope, and self-love. And the main thing I've been working on is just getting more of my generation active in volunteerism with their community, because it's a lot of opportunities that can happen for us teens. And I believe that community service can help us actually take them and give us the social skills that we need. And my other platform with that, with the self-love, is just helping them gain that confidence and that self-love so that they can pour that into more into themselves and more into their community as well.
Yeah. Now, I have a question for you. Obviously, kids these days have so much more, accessibility, and you're growing up with technology. Now, the pageant world really forces you into that face-to-face conversation, into social interactions. So how are you leveraging technology to better connect with your community in ways that maybe queens before you without social media couldn't do?
So yes, I have 2 pages, one that I was given with Miss Black Florida, and I've been posting on there to just introduce myself and introduce my platform. And I've started working on a Christmas holiday challenge that I'm working on. And I have my organization page where I'm able to, if I have something going on at school, if I'm a part of the Royal Court at my school, in my local school. So we do community service inside our school, and I do my little, I call them anonymous affirmations that I do. I put them on lockers, I put them on desks, and I leave them for teachers as well. And it's just something to brighten their day, but it's things that you can do to post on social media to show that you're actively trying to help your community.
I love that. She's like the Akira, the affirmation fairy, little affirmation angel. No, we're going affirmation angel. We're going affirmation angel. Good branding. We got it. Yeah. So Akira, the affirmation angel, which I think is great and just shows, again, the selflessness of, a reign. A lot of times, I know me, I get very distracted by the tiara and the sash, but you have to know that there is so much behind what goes into being a pageant winner, even a pageant competitor. Y'all know I have an obsession with this. And so one thing I'd love to talk to you ladies about is some of the misconceptions that can come with being in these types of competitions. We're typically so focused on beauty, which, I just want to point out, there's nothing wrong with that. It's hard to be pretty, all right? There's a lot of competition out there. It's a lot of hard work. It's expensive. It's investing, okay? So A, there's nothing wrong with being pretty. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. B, it's about being beautiful on the inside out when it comes to intellect, education, entrepreneurship, and of course, authenticity in your community. So what are some of the misconceptions that you ladies have encountered, especially as women of color, coming into the pageant world?
You want to take these?
Here, I'm going to fork this over to both of you.
Wow. So it has been over 24 years since I've competed. I actually competed in the Miss Jacksonville pageant, the Miss Duval County pageant. So a lot has evolved in the system itself. There's virtual pageants. And actually this pageant that we just competed in was virtual for the last 7 years. So when we went down to Pinellas Park to compete, I had somewhat of an expectation because there is that cattiness sometimes that does emerge because as much as you want to meet people, it is a competition. And so people come in with their own agendas and their own kind of strategies as to how they're going to get through that weekend to get the crown. I will have to say, and I think Akira will probably echo me, this system blew my mind. Every type of negative thought that a person would think that a pageant system would have, all of it was debunked. Complete sisterhood. Everyone worked with each other. We did yoga. They fed us well. Food is important. And there was just so much intentionality of making those connections. And it's almost like all of us knew this was our season to compete in this organization, to the point that when the crownings took place, you didn't feel, the people hating and thinking, well, why did this person, when everyone was in agreement that every person that was crowned was supposed to be. So I would say those who may be considering going into pageantry, try it. You just might be surprised. And in a time where African American women do need to be more affirmed, not tolerated, but celebrated, it's such a great opportunity for them to know that this is something that they can experience as well.
Yes, and then another fun thing about the pageant was that we actually got to spend the night in the hotel with our contestants. Like, and it put us on a deeper level of connection. Like my roommate, her name was Tatiana Davis, and me and her connected on things we didn't know that we would actually have in common. Like, I'm a part of the band and she's a flag girl, a part of the band, and it was something that we were able to just have fun with. And being able to make those connections with the Ms. Division and with the Miss Division as a team, it helped me elevate my confidence a little bit more as well.
I was like, okay, well, ladies, I know we got about 2 more minutes, but I would love to hear from each of you. Just what is your plan during your reign? Like, what is your number one objective going into 2025?
My objective is to empower women ages 40 and up that have children. Again, letting them know that it's never too late to pursue your dream. I have an event coming up on December 22nd from 2 to 4 p.m. Ballas Park. It's going to be a community photo shoot. It's Thrive After Baby, You Sparkle. So coming out and get a free photo for you and your children for the holiday season, and another opportunity for you to network with other moms as well.
Yes, and mine is all about volunteerism with my generation and me actually getting more people to do donations, come and volunteer with me at the Ronald McDonald House or just anywhere. Like, I've started a little bit of a drive with cozy things to give out to the homeless in the downtown area because there's so many people in need for the cozy things during the cold. So that's something I have started, but getting more teens involved with that and giving them a little bit more confidence boost with my affirmations and me and my sneaky little places.
Fantastic. Well, ladies, first of all, thank you so much for the examples that you were setting for other women, having someone, like you said, in each of those age demographics to look up to so that we can continue to inspire, grow as a community together and as women.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. They're going to coach me up. One day I'm going to come back here with a crown, y'all. It's Miss Tall International. I found out it was a thing. It's about to be over for everybody. Okay, we're going to do it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for River City Plus, the show after the show. We'll be back with you tomorrow.